Hello there viewers and welcome back to Thames FC. You know what today is. Today is playoff semi-final day versus Eastbourne Borough, and I'm just looking at the form of Eastbourne Borough and it's not that good. Since their 0-0 draw with us back in January, it's been okay. There's quite a few wins in there, but quite a few defeats as well, so anything can happen. Lost 6-2 to Dartford, might I add. They beat Bath 3-2 in the game to get through a 95th minute winner. What a comeback that is, by the way, so we've got to be aware of that they're possibly going to be able to do that against us. But I mean, what a game that must have been for them. 2-1 down quite late on. And after going 1-0 up, of course, as well. So 3-2 to them. And that's the team, then, that we're going to face next. Eastbourne Borough came 7th in the division, sneaked in to the playoffs. If you take a look at the stages and the league table, you can see then they sneaked into the playoffs right at the very end, along with Merthyr Tydfil, who I must say, by the way, Merthyr Tydfil. Is it not Merthyr Tydfil? Have I been calling Merthyr Tydfil this whole time? Merthyr Town. Is Merthyr Tydfil in Wales? Is it not Merthyr Tydfil? Is that just where the place is? I don't know. Sorry to anyone from there. But I was looking at their form, and they are back. Like I was talking about our form being pretty good, 5 wins in 5. Their form, since they beat us 4-2, sort of towards the end of February, it's been very, very good. So if you face them in the final, it could be tough. But they played Chelmsford again, a decent side. Admittedly, we beat them last episode, so how good can they be? Just to remind you then, that's our form. Eastbourne Borough, playoff semi-final. I am pumped for this. I'm genuinely pumped. I'm confident. I think after recent fixtures, recent games, recent episodes, we are the favourites for this. For the first time in a long time, we're favourites for something. And I'm excited. I think this could be a really good fixture. Of course, hopefully it sets up tomorrow in a playoff final to get to the Vanarama National. Then we'll be in Tier 5. It's taken a long time. If not, though, I'm going to say this very openly. If we don't go up, that's kind of okay with me. We've built something really good this year. If we can continue that going into next year, we may even challenge for the title, and that's exciting as well. So we can see here, apparently Jamie Howell has been trying to cool the war of words between the two of you after you became embroiled in we became embroiled in after our last encounter between the two sides. I don't remember it, Jamie, but good work. I care so little, my assistants go into it. Right, as we get a bit closer, it's time to make some big decisions regarding the side. Liam Danan, who apparently is bald now. I'm pretty confident when I say Liam Danan hasn't always been bald. Speaking of favourite personnel, am I anything for Thames yet? For God's sake, I'm not even favourite personnel. So my life here, my life's work, nothing, not a sausage. Okay, then in recent times, we mixed things up a little bit and changed our formation. So I think what we're going to do is revert back to what we were doing before that. Shadow striker, the wide players, the three in the middle. So let's return some players, the likes of Hallahan and whatnot. Let me just sort this out a minute. So Stevie Foster comes in, and McCormick's going to be at the back with the main man, John Pring. Backline then, that's all sorted. Just because he's had such a good year, I think it'd be stupid not to play Andy Douglas instead of Wilson. And Christian Fries comes in as well as Lukey Brucey. There we go. And you can see morale in the camp after our recent wins is really, really good. Hopefully today then, we can continue that. Lukey Brucey, by the way, on a 7.32 this season, playing terrifically well in this strikerless formation. Let's see how we get on with retaining possession, short passing, left and right flanks both been exploited, and we're closing down more. I am giddy. Boys, come on, this is big now. This is big. They're playing a 4-4-2, and they're a team that we should be a little bit afraid of. They've got a guy on loan from Colchester, I think it is, who's very good. So I'll show you him very quickly, actually, because you'll see how good he is. I am very much highlighting him, which I think is sometimes dangerous, but we'll see him anyway. This guy, Miller Hurd, on loan from Colchester, very good finishing, dribbling the first touch, not too bad either. Mentally, very, very good for a 21-year-old, and physically not too bad either. So far this season, 26 goals, 10 assists. I'm a little bit concerned. Right then, tunnel interview. I'm going to say I'm very confident because I am very confident. It's a normal sized pitch. Everything's looking up. We're in the blue, they're in the red. Thames versus Eastbourne Borough. The winner goes to the Vanarama National League South playoff final. And remember, they've just played in the week in a hotly contested game, so some of their boys are looking a little bit more tired than we are after a full week's rest. Hopefully then that will be a factor. Now we have a mistake in us at all times. That's the man I'm concerned about, isn't it, Tony? Don't let me down today, mate, please, whatever you do. First real highlight of the game this is though, and Foster has got it in the centre, finds Bruce, he finds Douglas there, and Foster's back in goal. Foster shot on goal, saved by Kande, and behind for a corner. So it's a playoff semi-final, but you can't not. Douglas puts it in, and I'm stunned to report that is it over quite yet? Foster, but Hallahan. I mean, we're still going just for sort of respectfully. Clark Slocum back in. Oh, it's another corner. Great. Let's do it all over again. Clark Slocum, ball in, cleared by Hillier, and Hallahan meets it. I imagine we'll probably score from this one. Oh, he's offside. Shocking. Horror. All right, Hallett goal kick. 20 minutes coming up on the time. in this game, and Douglas gets the knockdown from Bruce. Hallahan picks up the pieces, and now Foster back into Bruce, whose touch isn't quite what he wants, so the ball played forward towards Miller Hurd. We've got to be aware of him. He's very good. Don't forget it. Over to Douglas now, though, who's got his support out on that side, but goes back inside to Brucey eventually, and it's cleared. But we keep the pressure on. Hallahan, always the free man, always the spare man. Douglas into Brucey, who shot in from distance, doesn't go into the back of the net. But so far, 7 shots, 6 on target, 75% possession, dominant. They're knackered. This is great. So far, we are running them ragged. Andy Douglas having a fantastic game in the centre as well so far. 7.2 for him, 7.3 now. Hopefully we can keep this going. I mean, based on how I've played this game this year, they're not playing very well. We are playing well. I fully expect us to score. This could be it. Douglas gets the knockdown from Brucey. If he can keep it alive, plays it back to Quanta. Friars now. Ball's got to be good into the centre, and it is. Clark Slocum's there. He hits the side net. No. I want a goal now. All this pressure means very little unless you get the goal. As we get close to half-time, I would much prefer it to have been beforehand. There's still time, though. There's still time in this, although I don't think it's going to happen. Right, as we go into the half then, it's going to be 0-0, but we're playing good football. The wide players are having some impact, not maybe enough. Clark Slocum's missed a big chance. That's obviously hurt his morale a little bit, but so far so good. The midfield are working really well, and that's what pleases me. If they're not playing well, that is always a problem. For me, they're the key to this team. If our midfield play well, we're fine. That's where the quality is. Foster, Hallahan, and this year Douglas. That's where it all kicks off. And if you get Brucey involved, you get the wide players doing stuff, then you're laughing. It's Hillier with a free kick. Well, Hallett, I don't really know what happened. I mean, Hallett's right on his line. Oh, for f***'s sake. Well, out of nothing, their first shot on target. We've got a corner. Clark Slocum, ball in. It's cleared to Hallahan. We need a goal now. Foster. Oh my goodness gracious. Foster has pulled out a banger to apply. I'm a little bit shell-shocked from the free kick, but this is a strike and a half from Stevie Foster. It goes to Hallahan on that side, who plays it across to this left-hand side. And Foster, first time volley, the keeper doesn't even move. Unbelievable scenes. All right, 53 minutes gone, 1-1. It's all to play for. Boys, this is our moment now. 25 minutes to go, and a throw-in on that side. Foster, back on it to Hallahan, and work nicely in that triangle. Out to Douglas now, who's got a bit of space to manoeuvre. Finds Brucey, the spare runner of Foster, goes through again. Oh, Foster, he gets the first. He can't quite grab the second. Come on, boys. I'm loving it. I'm not going to lie, I'm loving it. Clark Slocum, ball in. Fries is there. Cleared, though. I'm even getting excited about corners that I know won't come to anything. What was that? That was ridiculous. Clark Slocum's done his best Lee there. He was in the crowd today, I would imagine. Okay, 15 minutes to go. Oh, there's a decision to be made. Do we change anything right now? I don't think we do. The midfielders say playing fantastically well. Surely a breakthrough at some point. We should maybe go attacking. I'm just going to back my boys up front. I think Miles, if this goes to extra time, Miles is going to come on for Lukey Bruce, who's fitness-wise is struggling a little bit. All right, fresh legs at the back. It's going. I'm a bit surprised, to be honest. It's gone to extra time. I thought we would have this one by now, but I'm still relatively confident. Miles is going to come on up top. He's going to cause problems. I can sense it. Everyone else is playing so well, then I feel like I'd be foolish to change anything. It's only really Clark Slocum on this side having a poor game, but at any moment I think he can step up. I'm confident. I feel bizarrely confident. Right, good team talk as well. We'll do no more to that. They're going to get tighter and tighter. Remember, the three-day gap for them. For some of these boys, it's been a 10, 12, 15-day gap for them. We played a week ago, whereas these guys, they've had a midweeker, and they are starting to look like they are struggling big time. Can they cope? I'm going to attack as well. I'm going for this. I'm going all out. There's not long left to go in extra time. The worst thing for us, I've just realised, probably penalties. This could start to get a little bit worrisome. They've got Cope, their right back, struggling massively for fitness. And he's on a booking as well. I'm going to get some fresh legs out there. Chris Day for Friars. We're just going to see, could that be the difference maker? We've got the fresh legs out there. I mean, we've been a little bit fortunate. I do worry a little bit now. If we are to get to the final, then we are going to be tight. Okay, well, let's wait for that, Ben, and see if we actually get there first. Clark Slocum, first chance of the second half of extra time. Day's there. Oh, he's done it. Day's done it. On this day of all days, his first touch coming off the bench. Chris Day. He makes his way in. He ghosts past his marker on that side and makes it 2-1 Thames. You can see it again. I thought it was going to be like the generic highlight that you get at the start of halves, but no, Clark Slocum finally makes an impact. Ball into the middle. There's Day ahead of his man. Volleys it against the crossbar, but it finds its way in. The fans of Eastbourne Borough behind the goal are devastated, but what a goal that is. Now, what do? Do you stay attacking? No, I think you go back to standard, Ben. You're playing well on that. No need to change anything too dramatic. Keep the ball. We've got a philosophy. We've got a style. I mean, let's look for one more maybe, though. Foster's on it, and you just wonder now, will our fitness start to pay? They're going to have to start pushing forward. Will that produce more gaps for us? Let's hope so. Douglas in the centre has had a fantastic game. Out to Clark Slocum in a repeat of the first goal, maybe, or the second goal. Miles heads over. Oh, Miles, why? That would have been it. That would have been it, you think. Not long left to go, and it looks as if the 600 fans, Thames fans, at this game for the semi-final, and it looks with no time left, Thames are going to make it to the final of the Panorama National South. I'm excited, but there we go. Right then, a final awaits. Congratulations, you'll completely deserve it. I'm delighted for you. And here we go then. I mean, we're going to wait till next episode, but we're going to see who we find. We're going to see who we play first before we go any further. I really hope it's in a week's time and not on the Wednesday. Extra time's a bit of a killer. I don't think you'll have ever seen me commentate Go Football Manager that confidently. I don't know, I just had a feeling. And we will play Merthyr Town / Merthyr Tydfil, who have come into form recently and are a dangerous side to look out for. Hopefully, because they've played 2 games in quite a quick succession, they're going to be struggling. But it's 7 days. It is a week's time, which is perfect. We play them in the final, and that will be tomorrow's episode. An episode I'm hoping we will very much enjoy. Fantastic turnaround. That free kick, by the way. Oh my God. Halleck made a bit of a mess of it. I'm delighted we weren't at the races for a while, but the players showed fantastic spirit and changed the course of the match. Yes, very happy with that. Bruce didn't put in the sort of performance. No, don't worry about that. He'll do fine. Steve had a good solid game. That's what we look for out of him. They set for a pay increase. After that goal, he can have it. And right then, relax. Merthyr Town, which I thought was Merthyr Tydfil, we play then in the final of this. They are Welsh. Maybe they are. Maybe it's from Merthyr Tydfil's the place, perhaps. Right then, I guess that's what we look forward to next time. Brian Pritchard, the manager, and it's all on us now to do the job. They've got a very small squad. I'm hoping they're a little bit tired. Some decent loan players, though, perhaps. Paul Swift from Swansea, pretty good. Oliver Parker from Burton. Call him back, Burton. Call him back. The loanee there as well from Swansea. You can see the Welsh connection paying off for them. Right then, I will see you for it. Our 6-game run now continues, and it all comes down to this. This is at the Riverbank as well. I don't know if that's true. A home game. I assumed it would be a neutral venue, but no. I don't know how we can even find this out, really. Is it? I would massively assume it would be at a neutral venue. Let's see what it says for them. It is going to be at the Riverbank. So it's going to be at our home ground. That seems like bollocks to me. That seems unfair. Don't care. If you enjoyed today's video, then please do leave a like. If you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel. And we'll have with care. Until next time, from me, Dr. Veggie, goodbye.